It's in the Nerd Comment Commentary Show where we read your comments on the YouTube videos we post all week. It's your comments, guys, and every
powered
week
by you.
is powered by you.
Yeah.
This show doesn't exist without you. This channel doesn't exist without you. My body doesn't exist without you. And also, another thing you should know is that every commentary on the Nerd channel, we give away a T-shirt.
We do.
One free T-shirt to the best comment.
To the comment we like the best.
That we like the best. And we decided impromptu while we're on the couch. It's not decided beforehand.
In the moment, on the fly.
You get to watch it happen.
Boom.
So before we jump into comments, let's go ahead and take a look at your art from this week. There was tons of art. Thank you.
Yay. And
this was a great week.
Wait a minute. With that said, that there was tons of art, we would love for you guys to continue sending us tons of art.
This was awesome this week. We laughed so hard.
Right, and we love to feature your guys' stuff at the top of the show. We love your guys' art. Please keep submitting it so we can showcase it in the show like this.
Submit like that art. First story we're going to talk about pervy ghosts and animal mashups on Table Talk. On Table Talk this past week, talking about how if Steve was a ghost, he'd be a perv and mashing up great animals.
Just being honest.
Awful animals, you mean? Spider wolves are terrifying.
Spider wolves are amazing. I would watch a spider wolf fight anything.
Yeah,
okay?
but
I watch it fight you.
I would watch it fight me if I was not me. If I was outside of my own body. Because if it's fighting me, I'm not watching it. Okay,
you're watching it up close and personal.
It's eviscerating me. Okay. But I'm just imagining a kick-ass spider wolf on the ceiling. You look up, oh shit, spider wolf!
Terrifying.
It jumps down, it attacks you,
it's a
sinks its
nightmare.
fangs, venom, then you become a spider wolf, and then it becomes a whole thing.
Why do you become a spider wolf after being bit by a spider wolf?
Because obviously a spider wolf is a weird spider wolf.
Hold on a second.
But
it's
if
not
a
the
spider bites you, I don't turn into a spider.
Matt Lieberman, it's not the spider wolf man that can turn you into a wolf by biting you.
I feel like if it's a wolf crossed with anything, it's got like the same powers as a werewolf.
Okay, then I want to see spider werewolf man.
Yeah.
Spider werewolf man from the Black Lagoon.
Yes, a spider werewolf man from the Black Lagoon, but it's important to note, according to the movie Monster Squad, the werewolf has nards, but
Wolfman does not.
No. Wolfman has nards.
Wolfman has nards.
Wolfman has nards, but the Gill Man, the Black Lagoon monster, doesn't. So it's up to you whether or not it has nards.
Yeah.
So
I think it has one nard.
It has one lone nard.
So I thought you were going to say it's up to you who you want to sleep with.
So werewolf, spider.
I thought that's where you were going with that.
No. It's not up to you who you want to sleep with. If a wolf spider wants to sleep with you, you have no choice.
You have no choice.
Yeah,
but good luck running. That's 8 legs.
They are very temperamental, and they have huge dongs.
I like that we haven't even gotten into the comments on this at all.
You know, we're talking about sleeping with animal mashup.
I want to see. I just want to see someone draw the Dr. Frankenstein's werewolf Spider-Man from the Black Lagoon.
Yes, do it.
Okay, I'm sure. Hey, you guys are talented. I'm sure that someone will figure that out.
Count Dr. Frankenstein's werewolf spider from the Black Lagoon.
All right. Rain Silva writes, while I was watching this, I was eating a piece of trout. I whispered to it, "No one loves you anymore." I don't think it heard me. It must not have the powers of Trish the fish.
It does not have the powers of Trish the fish. I speak to fish, we decided in this table talk.
I saw the table talk.
Okay, yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Also, Rain Silva, if you're talking to a piece of trout that you're eating, that's a dead fish.
That's a dead fish. So you
even Trish the fish couldn't communicate with that.
It's true. Yeah, man. You're
Only
confused.
Steve the pervy ghost could communicate with the ghost fish.
Yeah. What would Steve the pervy ghost do with ghost fish?
Probably fuck it.
Fuck it!
I ain't never fucked a fish before.
Hey, what's up? You a dead trout? I'ma fuck you.
That mouth looks pretty.
That mouth looks pretty spread open because someone cut it off.
Oh my
God!
L Panda 404 says, "I'd rather look like Jar Jar." In Table Talk, there was a question that said, "Would you rather be cursed to talk like Jar Jar for the rest of your life, or look like Jar Jar?" And this person says, "I'd rather look like Jar Jar because if you get a girl back to your house, bam, lights off, you could be anyone."
On the other hand...
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No.
On the other hand, lights out, you still sound like a fuckwit. Misa think you going to get the Bombad dick.
No. Neither is good.
Misa think you enjoyed that. Oh, gross. He went to my high school.
The guy that played Jar Jar Binks?
Yeah, man.
That's
Ahmed
awesome.
Best went to my high school. He is not in the Hall of Fame.
Here's another one.
What does that guy do now?
Ahmed Best?
Huh.
He probably has an office job somewhere.
Okay.
I bet he does like IT or something.
Please tell me he's like a barista.
He might be a
at
barista.
Starbucks.
Oh, I hope he's doing better than
You
that.
still want some latte?
He's getting that sweet.
Well,
sure.
But it's not his likeness.
Licenses.
Yeah, but whenever he gets the
Voice
check
though.
in the mail, it says Jar Jar Binks on it, and a tear comes down his face.
Oh,
Because
nuh-uh.
he's like, I ruined everything!
No.
I don't think so. I think he's laughing it up because
Yeah,
no one knows that
I'm
it's
with
him.
that.
No one knows that it's him. It doesn't look like
But
him.
the ones
I
that
feel
matter
like
know
it's
it's
like
him.
his party trick that he takes
Yeah.
out. Like when everyone gets really drunk, he's like, guys, check this out.
And then they're like, who invited Jar Jar?
I feel like
Get him the fuck out of here!
I feel it's like a Kaiser Soze situation where like he acts like this totally normal guy,
Yeah.
and then once he leaves the office building, his walk turns into more of like the dungeon walk, and he
And he
slips
puts
a
on the
mask
big
over
dumb
his
head,
head,
yeah.
and is like, "Musa, fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone.
Fuck everybody.
For the brand!
I really love Comm Comm."
Speaking of Ahmed's, Ahmed Al-Adwahi says,
Oh.
terrifying would be a falcon scorpion. No escape. It's giant and will hunt you down and fuck you up. The most adorable would be a squirrel kitten.
Squirrel kitten.
Squirrel kitten.
Well,
Still don't like it.
even more adorable though.
on it.
I was at WonderCon. You were also
Yeah.
at WonderCon this weekend, and my girlfriend bought a tentacle kitty.
Oh, I saw that! That
It's
you
the
can wear on your
fucking
head?
cutest thing in the world. I don't understand why I love it so
Am
much.
I the only person that's terrified? Tentacle kitty? Are you kidding me?
But it was adorable. It was really cuddly. It was cuddly, yeah.
And it's like the perfect little like body because you can wrap all the tentacles around your arm. It can stay on your arm, and then you can pet it. And it's just like I'm obsessed with this stuffed animal, man. I'm sad about that.
Guys, Game of Thrones got a little rapey this week, but our video did not get rapey, and we talked about the latest episode of Game of Thrones.
Yep.
And a little warning for those of you watching, this is spoiler territory, so if you haven't seen the latest episode of Game of Thrones, get the fuck out.
No! Don't get the fuck out.
All right, hold on. If you haven't seen the latest episode of Game of Thrones, you might want to click on this annotation here that'll skip you to the part of the video where we stop talking about Game of Thrones.
Are you happy now? Huh? You tired of being a little bitch? Audience?
Baynard1503 says that rape was supposed to be consensual, and I'm not talking about the books, but I read an interview with the director. WTH! Didn't anyone tell him that it looks like a rape? Huge blunder. It looked like a rape to me.
Yeah, it did.
In the books, it's clearly more ambiguous than that. Like she at first is like no, but then she's actually like yes.
Yeah, I don't even think
so
it's
much.
ambiguous in the
Right.
books. In the books, you're like, yeah, get it on in
Right.
the church.
Yeah, in the show she's saying
Woo!
no all over the place.
Do it.
No.
And like I get
No, and
Yeah, and no means no. Right? Even in the Game of Thrones world, no means no.
Yeah, it's true. But like, here's the thing, right? Like, I get conceptually why they'd make that choice, because like we hated Jamie, now we love Jamie, so
gotta
let's
hate him a
have
little
him do
more.
something reprehensible,
Can't be black and white.
so that it makes our feelings more complex
You know what?
again.
Do you
But
love Jamie? Are you in love with him? Do you love him?
I was a big fan of everything in season 3, and like by the time he and Brienne were in the hot springs,
I love that scene.
and you know he tells her everything, I'm like, bro, I get it, but he still is a horrible
Yeah,
guy.
but look,
you can't forget
and
he
that's
was
the thing.
already a
You
horrible
can't-
guy.
That's the thing. You can't forget, because I get a lot of shit for this, for saying that saying Jamie's a shithead. But can we not forget that he fucking pushed Bran out the window and
Yeah.
paralyzed him? He paralyzed a child!
He paralyzed a fucking child.
Hey, for love of his sister.
Oh, okay,
Come
that
on,
makes
guys.
up for it then.
Incest justifies
That-
everything.
You know what, Trisha? That's a good point.
Yeah.
When I go to court for pushing someone's child out the window,
Sir,
I
sir,
did it for love, Your
I was
Honor.
trying to have have sex with my sister.
Oh my God! Okay. I am so sorry,
Your Honor.
You know what? Court's adjourned.
Court's adjourned. I'm gonna go home and fuck my sister. Like the good Lord intended.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Look, I get it. Not everything is black and white. Jamie obviously had moments of redemption, but none of that makes up for the terrible shit he did.
Yeah. You don't forgive him?
No, I don't forgive him.
One of the important things here is it does make us empathize with Cersei just a little bit, just enough that we don't hate her entirely, because I imagine they're gonna make her more complex too.
Yeah, well, she's going down the crazy train.
I know.
But I don't forgive and forget that easily. Cersei's done some terrible shit too.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, there are moments where she's redeemed herself in some ways, but she's evil.
Empathy is the key to complexity, and if we can empathize with a villain, then we're really in interesting territory.
See, and that's what I love about this series. You're like, Cersei's evil. What is evil, Steve?
Someone who hurts good people.
But everybody does that at least once in their lives.
Yeah, but I mean, not hurt as in murder.
That's true.
So evil is murder?
Evil is murder.
Evil is
Even
murder.
in self-defense?
Well, in self-defense, it's different.
I'm just being...
But Cersei never hurt anyone in self-defense?
If evil is murder and meat is murder, then is meat evil or is evil meat?
Well, where does Morrissey fit into this?
Morrissey fits into a nice tweed blazer and a tie and a snazzy hat
and no sex.
And no sex and a big stiff. Oh wait, he doesn't drink.
And no, he's vegan and asexual and all that shit.
Okay, Morrissey is just a giant sponge that reproduces by budding, and he's very sad.
Yeah, and he hangs out in a cry room where he writes all his music.
That would be a magical power.
If anyone needs me, I'll be in my cry room. Just.
We know, Morrissey! We know!
Master Morrissey has been in the cry room for 4 days. Soon it will be time to pull him out.
Schmosby agrees with you, Steve, and says, Trish, how can you say Jamie's not an asshole? He had a good season last season, sure, but he's a shithead without a doubt. Just think of all the shit he's done, pushing Bran, killing his cousin in that cage, tormenting the Starks, and the list goes on.
That's the thing. I mean, look,
you got people in your corner, bud.
And I get it. There is more complexity. It's not all black and white. And look, I've already said, in fact, I said this in the comments in this video, and I think it got buried or not many people read it. But look, I tend to have a grandiose way of speaking when I get really into something that I really like.
He's a passionate man.
I'm very passionate.
Very passionate.
But just because I say something like, Jamie's a shit, doesn't mean that I am the end-all opinion of that. I just feel personally that he's a shithead.
Right.
There's many examples as to why. But you're right, last season you could empathize with him in some levels. Yeah. But I feel like all the bad things, I believe in karma. I feel like all the bad things that have happened to him, he deserved it.
If karma is one of the gods in Game of Thrones, everybody fucked.
That's true.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Except for Jon Snow.
Karma's obviously not
yes to Jon Snow. He broke his vows. He banged a Grit. He banged her.
He did that thing with his mouth.
Yes, he did that thing with his tongue that she liked. He spy banged her, okay?
Yeah, but like going down on a girl ain't illegal.
It is when you're a Night's Watchman.
It's not. But it is.
No. He's just going to stay that way for the rest of Nerd Comm Comm.
Hey, ain't illegal to go down.
Joseph Metcalf says, as a person who hasn't watched the series, you all seem to forgive people a lot because you are used to them doing terrible things. I forgive none of them. If you don't watch the series, why are you watching the Game of Thrones reviews?
It's a good point. And why are you reading comments?
Because they like to see us all argue with each other.
Okay. That's a very good point here. Like when if you watch the show from an outside perspective, it really is a lot of people defending terrible people on the show.
Well, because all you hear people talk about are the bad things. It's like when one of your friends is dating someone, you only ever hear about the fights.
Well,
you don't hear about the lovely moments.
And then you give them advice and you push them to break up, even when that's not necessarily what they should be doing, because you're getting a very skewed perspective.
Maybe I don't want to break up with Jamie.
And then when they get back together, you feel like an asshole.
Also, the news,
that's the worst.
The news isn't going to report. The news is not going to report on a plane that lands.
Is this like a super tilt?
The news
this is a tilt.
The news ain't going to report on planes that land. They're going to report on planes
that don't. Yeah, thank you for understanding my point.
Sleep, sweet Zaragoza, dream of nerd stuff and of hats We'll shave off your beard while you sleep.
No!
So we did a table talk this week that was a boys club brought to you by Strenzums.
By the way, anyone who thought there was a comment that was the most ridiculous comment in that video, and it was like, of course Steve is shitting on a product and not like a sponsor and like making the sponsor feel like shit. And I was like, are you serious? You really think Strenzums Animal Crackers is a real sponsor? It's ridiculous. I just thought it was so funny.
Listen,
we try to be silly.
You would know that it was real if he actually did take a physical shit on the product. Okay?
Exactly.
And since there was no shit atop a pile of animal crackers,
there wasn't.
Animals swallowing.
Yeah, there was.
And then you could have used the one like Charlie.
Wow, I love it.
Oh boy. So we talked about weird collections, weird stuff we saw on the street, and parenting advice. And let's see, Leon Carrot maybe says, I'm exactly like Will on roller coasters. In my case, I'm horribly terrified of them, but I just can't scream.
Yeah, Trisha, I was mentioning how I don't know if I mentioned that you told me I should scream when I'm on roller coasters.
Oh, yeah, that's my trick.
I haven't
helps
tried
a lot.
it yet. I'm gonna try it. I mean,
When
look,
you get to the top of the coaster, right before you're about to get that whoop drop feeling, you exhale. So if you scream, that works. I like to exhale like I'm breathing through a straw, like a on the way down. It makes your belly not go bloop.
Yeah, I need that because that's the part I don't like. I don't like the force.
I was terrified of roller coasters my entire life until I moved out here and I got peer pressured into going on to Terminator Salvation.
I think those are good friends.
At Six Flags, and I didn't die, and I was like, this is great, let's just do more. Now, I won't go on everything because some things just look super terrifying, but it changed my whole life, Steve.
But I'm really jealous of that because I did that. Because everyone I've ever heard of that was like, I don't like roller coasters, just go on it. Like, I didn't like roller coasters, and then I went on one, and then all of a sudden, I love roller coasters. And I was like, maybe, like, if everyone says that's what happens, that's what happens. So I went on a roller coaster for the first time in the Matterhorn. You've already heard this if you've seen
It's not a roller coaster.
No, I know, but I went on the Matterhorn, and I was like, that's a good,
great.
But that's a good baby. It is
great.
It's a good baby step.
It's a good baby ride. It is.
So that was my first roller coaster, and I was like, this is great! Oh my god, I love roller coasters! Yay! And then I went on Big Thunder Mountain, and I was like, oh my god, I don't like roller coasters, I don't like it!
Oh, because Big Thunder Mountain does this part.
Yeah, and it's just the feeling of the force, and then you're moving around. I don't
Did you look at the goat?
Of course I looked at the goat.
That's my man!
Never been on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Really? It's great.
Never.
Did you know they updated it with crazy new effects and stuff?
I don't want to go on that one because that's the one that they say everyone dies on.
No, only one person died on it.
Yeah, yes and no.
One person? Yeah, right.
Just one guy died on it. It was his birthday.
If there was one...
I'm not going to lie, though. Every time I go on it, I'm like, we might derail.
Yeah.
I do think that's
a possibility there.
But when you go on it, you have to look at the goat.
Okay. I'm going to Disneyland this week, and I'll do it.
Group trip! We're coming with you.
All right. Bobby Burns says, when I was in Santa Monica, saw a guy pick a cigarette out of an ashtray. He then lit it and sat on the sand as he jerked off.
What? Why did you watch this?
Well, yeah, why'd you share this
Well,
with
us?
us?
We did talk about in the video, like, what's the weirdest and grossest, what was the grossest thing we'd seen in public?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. Wait, so did he light it?
Pretty
did he
gross.
smoke it? It doesn't say that he smoked it, which makes it honestly even more disturbing because it's just a guy who's just jerking off to a lit flame.
Yeah. Yeah, burn down. Burn down,
bitch.
You're almost gone. Yeah.
That's so violent. He just gets off to lit cigarettes.
Yeah, he really
does. Like what does it for him?
Different strokes for different folks.
With the dick and the who and the huh.
I find that most people enjoy similar strokes.
Yeah.
GSTV Servin91 says, you just scared the crap out of me with that tarantula picture. Fuck you, Mom and Dad, for not covering me in spiders when I was a child.
Because my thing is that if my parents had thrown me on a roller coaster as a kid, I wouldn't be terrified of roller coasters as an adult.
It might have the opposite effect.
Yeah,
well, maybe, but I don't know. But my parents never put me on a roller coaster when I was a kid. So, like, I don't know.
I wasn't on a roller coaster as a kid, though, either. I was like you. I was terrified of them.
I'm going to throw this out to GSTV Servin91's parents, and he can show this to them. Hey, should have covered your kid in spiders when you had the chance.
Nope.
Now he's a freak of nature who's afraid of spiders, and his life is limited because of your short-sightedness.
I don't condone this.
So the next time you have a child, you better roll them in spiders like that.
In peanut butter first.
No.
Roll them in peanut butter and then roll them.
Yeah, roll them in peanut butter, then in spiders, so that when they wash off their body, there's just a shower full of peanut butter spider
like
blend.
A nutty candy apple, but with
Where are
spiders.
you gonna get all those spiders? It doesn't make sense.
Why don't you come on down to Spider Emporium, down on 3rd and Main? My name's Thaddeus J. Spider. I've been selling spiders in my family for 3 generations.
You need 10 pounds of spiders? No problem.
You need 100 pounds of spiders? No problem.
How do you get all these spiders?
I'll tell you how we get all these spiders.
Oh, no.
We're a family of giant spiders.
Oh, there it is.
It's like the Bubba Gump character, but for
My
spiders.
uncle and I went rock looking ever since we were kids, and every time we would lift a rock, there'd be at least 3 spiders.
Listen, when next time you go out rock looking, think about Thaddeus J. Spider and drop on by Spider Emporium down on 3rd and
No
Main.
crawdaddies? I mean, you're rock looking and we're just ignoring the
Matt.
cool stuff and just picking up the spiders?
Man, I want to put you
Boy, you gotta act like a spider.
I want to put you in a top hat and a bow tie, and with or like a bolo tie.
Let's do it.
And I want you to be Thaddeus J. Spider. Is that what it was?
Yeah, Thaddeus J. Spider.
We found a new sponsor.
Yes!
Sponsored by Spider Emporium.
We'll 8-leg it real quickly to you. What's his slogan?
His slogan is more spiders, more value.
When you leave Thaddeus J. Spider's Emporium, there's a sign on the door that says "Fangs for coming."
Well, thanks you guys so much for watching Nerd Comment Commentary. Oh, we didn't give out a shirt.
Yes, I wanted to give a shirt out to someone who commented on our first video.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's a bit more specific than that. So.
On the Table Talk with Animal Mashup?
Yes, the Table Talk with Animal Mashups. Jose Alejos wrote, so I'm watching this with my wife, and she says that the only attractive thing about Kevin Bacon is his last name. I want to give this to Jose Alejos' wife. So, Jose,
Because
We've never
Because she
given a
deserves
white
it.
shirt before, I don't think.
He's relaying this information, but this shirt is for her, Jose.
And can I just tell you?
Yeah.
This is like the coolest shirt we've ever given away.
I'm so excited.
On Nerd Comm Comm.
May I see?
It's from the drawing board from FHP.
Yeah! Buffy
Come to
shirt.
Sunnydale, guys.
Pretty
it's a little
cool. Before
advertisement to get people to go to Sunnydale.
Yeah.
If that was a real place, I would so go.
Jose, big up on you. You just got your wife some dope wife wear.
Boom. So we're all going to sign it. Check your YouTube user inbox and all that fun stuff, and we'll get that to you.
We'll make sure there aren't any spiders in it when you get it, too.
That's
Unless you
horrifying.
want some spiders, in which case, come on down to Spider Emporium on 3rd and Main.
Coming up later today, we got the new movie thing show. Who's seeing what now?
Will and I are seeing Brick Mansion.
Ooh, damn.
Parkour! Parkour, parkour!
That's what's going on.
Parkour.
Don't yell at me.
Yeah.
Oh, you can yell at me.
Parkour.
Ah!
We also have bloopers and, very exciting, the first ever SourceFedNERD book club.
Oh, snap! Hey, bookworms, take a seat and get ready for the SourceFedNERD's book club, all right?
Yeah?
All right.
Steve said so. So,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Steve says
So,
ghost.
everyone have a great weekend. We'll see you again next week, and we'll go rock looking together as friends. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
And I'm Matt Lieberman.
I'm just trying to pick what a rock-looking escapade would
I
be.
found another rock.
Oh, good! This whole rock-looking day has not been for nothing.
Wait, are we looking for the rocks or are we looking under the rocks
Under
for the
them.
We're
spiders?
looking under the
Yeah,
rocks.
we're rock
Okay.
looking.
Yeah. Here, boy, why don't you fetch me my rock-looking glasses?